the bull ball.
Tic tac, sir.
Get the hell out of here.
Go, Webb, go!
What's up, guys? It's your boy Matt and Lewis and Greg. We're back here with another podcast. Yeah. That YouTuber intro was no one specific, just about 100 YouTubers that do it.
At least, yeah.
It's your boy. It's your boy.
You need to do a Marcus Butler one.
What do they?
Hello.
What do they mean when they say "I'm your boy"? Like, that's a bit like creepy, especially if their audience is largely children. Or, like,
it's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
I think Killum did that for a while, didn't he?
Wait, I thought
it's your boy Killum.
It's your boy. I'm in the box again, getting shipped to Africa.
Yeah, he did some things like that. Yeah, what you been up to this week? Specifically this morning. Specifically why my eyes are fucking red.
Yeah.
And why you're covered in
I'll let
like,
Lewis
dandruff.
tell the story until we get to the part where
I know Greg has mentioned a lot in the past that when we did Pet Peeves, that he fucking hates people that do sleep pranks. And he grew up with Matt constantly pranking him while he was asleep. And I got here today and Greg was awake and Matt, for once, was soundo upstairs, and we thought we'd get a little bit of Greg's revenge, and Greg antiqued Matt.
Yeah, I gave him a good antique.
And we filmed it, and I don't know if that's going up or I don't know.
But my fucking eyeball, like my eyes opened before it happened.
Well, the thing is, Greg said that you were a heavy sleeper, and like you woke up just as he threw it. You sort of turned over.
Yeah, we got quite unlucky, but there was like 3 of us sneaking into a room. It was quite.
You got quite unlucky. You got unlucky,
dude. Don't give me that.
Dude, my fucking eyeballs are scratched, bro.
Dude. That was me every fucking... You did that to me like once a day.
You just look like you're chonging.
You did that to me once a day, 7 times a week for like 5 years. So don't give me shit. I have like damage in my lungs from breathing in flour.
Good. Well, this is just the beginning of our sleep prank war.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, I don't sleep.
I was waiting for you to start it, Greg.
I sleep like 5 hours.
I've been waiting for you to start it, and now...
You better get a lock on your door, boy.
Yeah, I might.
It won't matter.
Because I hear you coming in.
No, because I will just booby trap your room with like 50 things.
I'll just sleep in a different room.
Ah, shit. Yeah, but then you won't have a lock on it.
Oh, yeah.
You're fucked, bro.
Nah, I'll keep my guard up.
Yeah, other than that.
Fucking hell. I played Red Dead all week. And
here we go, gaming.
Had my balls fondled this morning, and that was about it. I went to the doctor's.
Too many people are talking about Red Dead at the moment. Not enough about ball fondling. That's what I want to hear.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's diverse.
Did you get the scan? A little.
No, because oh fucking hell. Yeah, I had a checkup ages ago, and she said, "Oh, there's a cyst on each one of your testicles. You need to have an ultrasound. Go back to your doctor and book an ultrasound." So I go to the doctor. I'm like, "I need an ultrasound." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to make another appointment." So I made another appointment. That was today. Had my balls fondled again. She's like, "Yeah, you're gonna need an ultrasound." It's like, fuck. So I've got to ring up in 2 days and book an ultrasound.
It's fun, man.
It's taken like a month, like 2 months to get an ultrasound booked. But yeah, they're just cysts. She's pretty sure they're just cysts. 2 little pea-sized lumps.
Remember, at least it's free.
Yeah.
Americans might be paying for their fucking prostate exam for the rest of their life. That they had once when they were 20.
What I find funny
but at least they had it the next day.
Percentage-wise, they spend more taxes on healthcare, but still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Crazy,
I don't want to sit here and shit on like America for all day.
Of course you do.
Oh, of course I do.
Greg.
But it confuses me a bit. But
yeah.
Right, so I have some doctor's news as well.
Oh.
I'm having another operation.
I'll never walk again.
It's probably quite true.
So, because your left ankle, I believe, was the one that was initially injured, you spent a year while the doctors fucked you around, putting all your weight on your other ankle, henceforth fucking your right ankle, so now you've got 2 broken ankles.
Yeah.
You're a barrel.
They're removing bone from this one, and then they're going to inject steroids into my left one.
You can have like one really bulky Arnold Schwarzenegger leg, and one normal.
No, but it's like they're injecting steroids into the cartilage or fucking the joint cartilage.
That doesn't sound particularly fun.
It's to lube it up.
Oh.
That's sex lube.
Lube it up. It's like
Lube it up, boys.
that's the problem.
I mean, the way I see it is that you got good excuses to get them cut off when it comes to robotic legs. Because once it hits the point where we can make limbs, like robotic limbs, that are better than human limbs.
Spider-Man.
You might as well just.
No, but what I was thinking, right, is this has taken so long for it to happen. If I'd just gone crazy with a hammer on both my ankles, they would have been fixed a year ago.
No, because
they would have done everything that needed to be done without all the fucking hours and like weeks and months and a year now waiting for it to be fixed.
Well, no, your big problem was that they misdiagnosed it.
Yeah.
You would have got it all fixed ages ago if you didn't miss. That's why you got suing, bitch. You got sue bitches.
I ain't suing them.
Nah, no. But like suing people is that's one thing I can agree on Americans with. Just sue people. Why?
No.
Because money.
No. Maybe you could threaten to sue.
That money comes
with
from somewhere.
True, I guess.
With the
yeah, that's like
payoff
one
sort of
child's
being,
operation.
You get like it all privatized. I will sue unless you give me like a private like because my dad had an operation like 2 years ago and it was all private. And I don't know how it came to be. But
this was the sex change operation.
He didn't
for those not initiated.
He didn't pay for it, but he had it all privatized, and he said it was fucking amazing. He said you go private, and it's like, oh my god, when you go
private
back to a normal
healthcare in
hospital,
England is
like,
pretty cool.
Fuck me, it's like so shit.
They like give you a little lolly at the end as well.
I doubt it. I don't know, maybe.
It's gonna suck. Yeah, it's gonna.
Do you remember
really
when you used to
bad.
go to the dentist and they give you like a lolly or a sticker?
Yeah.
It's like why?
They still do for me. Do you know why? Because I ask. Life pro tip, life hacks.
Yeah, if you ask for shit, you get it.
But yeah, hospital vlog number 2 is going to be out.
Yeah. Can I come along?
If you want.
Yeah, you can go, man.
Thanks, actually, I don't want
It's pretty grim.
You're going to be there for like hours, aren't you?
I fucking hate hospitals.
I cannot stand going.
I just can't wait for fentanyl round 2.
That's true. Don't think about it like that.
More fentanyl. Do you know, after my first operation, they gave me 2 bottles of morphine that was the size of fucking Budweisers.
Dude.
Hey,
Should get morphined up and film a podcast.
How much do you think that would sell for, man?
A lot.
Oh, no. I ain't selling that
I
shit.
was about to say,
Why the fuck would I sell that?
I don't know, man. Money.
Because you could just go back with your ankles and get more. We are rambling so much shit. Right.
I'm so tired that I probably
What time
will
is there
ramble a
on
lot.
there?
It's only like
8 minutes.
Okay,
but we were just waffling like.
Let's go on to the
dirge.
first topic then, boys.
Topic 1.
First topic, Matt.
First topic. This is a suggestion from Izzy206 on Instagram. If you want your topics to be talked about,
Suggest them.
If you've got any things that you'd love
anywhere,
to talk about,
anywhere, we pretty much. Well, I don't read comments so much. Lewis does because he's got to make sure that there's no naughty, nasty
Yeah,
ones.
so you can ban them.
Yeah.
Permanently.
I've banned the keywords rat, nose, Jew, and little whiny cunt. And so it's been alright so far,
so
but
just
some of them are sneaking through.
Try and get around the filter, guys.
Try and sneak through the filter.
Right, so her suggestion was first times of some things, which is
That's
something
a good,
that
good idea.
we can do.
So many
loads.
first times, yeah.
First times. Ooh.
I think we're going to do 3 for this
We're
time.
going to do 3.
What are the main things?
So thank you, Izzy.
Dude, what have you eaten? Whoa, that stunk.
Char grilled chicken McCoy's chips.
Yeah,
Dude.
ranking.
Right, first one, guys. Your first kissy wissy.
The
Don't-
first kiss.
I honestly don't know which girl it was or where.
It's such an American thing, isn't it? Like, I just want to get my first kiss, man.
First kiss.
I don't remember. Because I think like
Well, the first one you can remember back, at least, if you think back.
like
Don't ever ask her to remember something.
I mean like I definitely I mean it would
Yeah, anyway, so my first kiss was... there's this thing when we were growing up called a snap disco.
Yeah.
And what you would do is
you
you'd
just
pay
go
to
down
go to a
and
little
snog a bunch of girls, yeah.
disco, yeah. But this place was like fucking... You
Team
go in there
Raccoon.
and you can smell like spunky underpants and like creamed fucking like kid thongs. It's disgusting. Yeah. And I'm not even joking.
Creamed kid songs.
So what you do, yeah, is you go around and basically
Sniffing them.
girls would come up to you and just say, "Will you make out with me?" Yeah. Or kids would come up to you and...
How old were you at this point?
No. I'm like 13, like 12,
You're-
13.
this
So I'm
was
talking
last
about
week.
like... Okay, no. So like, you're all like... I think it's from 11 to 15-year-olds.
Jesus.
And it's just a whole
I
big...
can see why it's not around really anymore.
There's like 300-400 people there, and they're all just looking to like make out with each other. Yeah, it's like basically an orgy. Think
That's
about it now.
disgusting.
It's weird.
Everyone going around and
It
kissing
is
each other and
pretty
other
weird.
people. That is so
It was
But
grim.
it was
fucking
good when you're back then.
One
It's
kiss and
pretty
you've got
fun.
like 8 people's fucking
Yeah.
gob in your mouth.
It's disgusting.
Dude, that is
It
grim.
is basically... It's a fucking orgy. I don't even... thinking about it
Like
makes me
you,
feel
like
sick.
you go there and like it would be sort of a count of how many girls you could snog,
Yeah.
and everyone would like you meet up with your mates later and be like, oh yeah, I snogged like 8
Yeah,
of them.
you
And
like...
it's oh well, I snogged
you like
11.
rack up your tally.
And it was,
But anyway,
it was so
the first
yeah.
kiss I ever
Notepad.
had,
Go on.
no idea what her name was. I can very...
Did you have your first kiss there?
But yeah, I can very vaguely remember what they looked like. But she literally, she come up to me. She was like, "Do you want to like get off?" Because that's what we call
Get
it in
off.
England.
Yeah,
Get
off, yeah.
Americans say
I
make
got
out.
off.
We say get off.
I got off with her.
Fucking
Got
get
off.
off with
So
that.
I got off with this
She
girl,
did
yeah.
want you to get off, didn't she?
And it was like, I thought, just a little like, a couple pecks. It's like, but she was like, "Nah, bro, I am." Yeah, it was like
I
that,
ain't messing
yeah.
around, kid.
And but because I wasn't ready for it, she was just like fucking licking my teeth, and I had braces at the time.
Oh no.
Oh,
So,
man. That's pretty
She was
rank.
scraping her fucking tongue gunk off her teeth on my braces whilst I'm there like, "What's this?
Did you like it?
Is this kissing?"
Is this it? Is this all it is?
And then it was embarrassing because she like pushed me away. And I was like, "What have I done?" And she was like, "Do you want to try it again, but with your mouth open?"
Oh,
And I was
man.
like,
It's like the
"Ooh."
Goonies.
Oh, you got.
Next time, try it with your eyes, guys. I understand.
And then that was it,
You know,
basically.
I think-
but on the night I had my first kiss, I had like 5 others.
Yeah, I think the first time I got
fucking-
at least the first time I got off with someone was at Snap, definitely. But I don't know about like first kiss. I mean, I definitely kissed like my second cousin when I was like 8. So
Yeah, all kids do like their little weird.
yeah,
peck-
it's a
peck
kiss
things.
technically though.
No.
I don't have any
So do you-
cousins,
are you-
of which
I
I'm
would-
glad of, because I'd like.
Oh man, keep it in the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. If people didn't think we were white trash,
Well, the reason
they do now.
why we've got 2 more, but the reason that we're not doing the first time we've had sex is because me and Greg were both there. We'd just be telling the same story.
I know. Oh man, what? First time we had sex though. That's a
Incest
pretty good
joke.
one. That's a pretty fun.
how about you guys then? So
First kiss,
I think same as yours.
I
Really,
was
because
a-
we've had the braces.
yeah.
about 11 or 12, and it was a Halloween party or something,
yeah,
and it was just playing dares.
yeah.
No, you try to kiss, and you're like, oh, okay. For like a solid minute. Just
I honestly don't know. I think it put me kissing off tongue for life.
Yeah,
not nice, is
I'm
it?
not very good at kissing with tongue.
no, what I find weird is that like when you're that age and you're kissing with tongues, it's like you're like, "Ugh!" You know what I mean? It's like you're fucking.
Probably like a washing machine.
And then as you get older, people realize that's not how you kiss with tongues.
That's not how you do it.
Greg,
And then it gets like
Greg,
You gotta
like
be
this.
cheeky with
Yeah,
the
Go
tongue.
like
Yeah,
this,
move
yeah.
it a
Go
little
like
bit.
this, and imagine this is your Aussie girlfriend's lips,
Yeah.
and just kiss them forward to the camera.
I don't know.
What lips were you talking about?
But the thing is that I've got I'm tongue tied. You can't show it in the thing, but I have a webbing underneath my tongue, so my tongue can't stick out that far. So I don't know.
What do you mean you have a webbing underneath your tongue?
I think most people have it. But
I've got that thing.
Yeah,
it takes up the entirety of the bottom of it.
Can't do that.
So my tongue's literally glued to the bottom of my mouth.
But
that's why when he
eats,
it's the loudest.
But I've never heard any complaints from women, so I don't know if it's bad or not.
Yeah, but who would complain to you?
Exactly. That's what I know.
What I'm saying is like, oh great, can you try this? You'd be like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna bomb you. They know not to like.
I've never threatened to bomb someone.
Have you ever threatened to bomb
You've probably
your girlfriend?
threatened to bomb someone on this podcast already.
No, okay. Well, if I threaten to bomb someone, they probably deserve it. Let's be fair.
They deserve a bomb.
just like a singular bomb.
Girl's gonna get annihilated by the bomb.
So yeah, Halloween Pie, Snap Disco. Yours is probably the same.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What's the next first time?
The next one is the first time you got drunk. Not the first time you drank alcohol, but the first time you got drunk.
Yeah, I remember mine. Mine was with you.
Yeah.
We were in Wales. Because we used to go to like those shitty, like British families when they're, they can't afford to go on a cool holiday. They go shit places in England.
You go shit places, or shit places abroad where booze and everything is dirt cheap.
We went to like Wales, like in Snowdonia or whatever, and
I love that.
We were just like,
it's good, isn't it?
Going there in January.
I used to always get like my dad would get, like from about like 13 onwards. My dad would give me a cider every now and then,
yeah.
But that night I was what, like 15, 14?
No,
15?
that's not true because we were much younger than that.
Were we? I can't remember.
It was like I was 13 and you were 11.
Well, when I got drunk?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think you're misremembering.
12.
13. I think I was 13. Maybe.
No, because that would have been me 15, and that's not the first time I got drunk. But I remember it's the first time I got drunk.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know. Maybe
some age. Anyway,
some teenage age. And so our dad just brought us a bunch of cider, and we just got drunk.
Strongbow. But the thing is it had like a communal lounge where like kids were in there playing, and like people were watching telly, and people were playing like fucking dominoes and.
You two were in
it was like, oh man, it was so good back then.
You haven't grown up much, really, have you?
No.
But what I find weird is that
similar. Like...
Back in the day, that first time getting drunk, every single time I get drunk, it's just the same. A lot of people are like, oh, it's not like it used to be, mate. For me, it is.
Yeah, Greg always talks about booze like it's a wonder drug, and I've
tried so many drugs.
See, I hate getting drunk.
I've tried so many drugs, but I think it's just my favourite drug. I think for me, it's because I've learnt my threshold where I'm at the perfect drunk, and I know how to stay there. So I think that's why I enjoy it so much.
Yeah, see, I can't stop.
A lot of people will be like, they'll get to that stage and be like, oh, it's going off a bit, or down a bit. Now you made a mistake there, because now you're above the threshold.
It's kind of like Gurg Sagan.
Once you go above your drunk threshold, you drink like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And then you just keep going over and over the threshold until you puke up. Or wake up and puke.
Yeah, that's basically.
So yet again, you had your first kiss in the sort of same experience, and you both got drunk sort of the first.
Me and Matt used to do like pretty much everything together. You know what I mean? Skateboarding, getting antiqued, wrestling. Manny snapped my neck when we were kids. He did the tombstone pile driver on me before school.
And this is before I realised that wrestling. They help each other not to get hurt.
Mate, yeah, and the funny thing is, my mum used to say it to Matt all the time. Oh no, it's all like a thing that they all do together, and Matt's just like, no.
I was more upset when I found out wrestling was fake than when I found out Santa wasn't real.
I don't remember when I found out Santa wasn't real.
I was just when I found out, I was just like, alright, but
This has turned into like kooky childhood memories now.
All right. First time you got smashed. Crack and run.
I remember. No, I remember. It wasn't the first time I got drunk, but I remember having a large quantity of alcohol. It was my dad's 40th birthday, so I must have just turned 10, and my mum organised like a surprise party for him and all his mates in this little pub, and I remember just walking around. And I just circled because I was bored and I was just sort of walking around, kicking meals. And my dad's friends thought it was funny to just every single time I walk, just every 10 minutes, Lewis, come here. I'll walk over, have a sip of that. And I must have drank about, I don't know, like 2 or 3 pints worth of something. I think it was like Guinness or something. I don't know what the fuck. But they just keep every 10 minutes for like 3 hours. Just have a swig of that. Have a swig of that. But I remember that. But that, I drank like, because I think that's a sort of a common English thing. Like in America, it's sort of like, not till you're 21, son, then you can have your first beer.
No,
but
America's
here,
so
like
Puritan, aren't they?
here, you're like, you'll be having a Sunday dinner one day at the age of like 12, and someone will be like, "Do you want a cider or a beer?" And you're like,
the thing is that and there's even more in Europe. Like I remember we were in. Did you go to? Yeah, we had a school trip. We were in Belgium. You could drink at 14.
Yeah,
it was fucking amazing.
And in this country, it's legal to drink alcohol at home when you're 5. It's 18 to buy it, but if you're 4, you're not allowed to get drunk. But if you're 5, you are.
Every Sunday dinner or something. From God knows how I would have a cider or something.
You have to eat. It's just
always
part of living.
Actually, that you can buy a cider at 16 with a meal in a pub.
Oh yeah.
So I'll have 3 carveries.
Yeah. 4 double rum and cokes, mate.
Okay.
So that's with your dad.
Yeah, that was. I think I drank like obviously in like like parties.
Were you like, what's going on?
You'd think a couple, but the first time I was, off the top of my head, I can remember the first time I was smashed was the Halloween pong we did.
Really?
Yeah, because you got to remember, like, there's a big age gap between all of us, and we used to make out. I don't know if I'm going to say this on Where's My Change. I was a bit older than I was, so that I could drink, but I must have just turned about 16 at that point.
There's no problem with you doing it. It was just like Americans get anal.
Hey, like, that little youngster
over here,
there.
no one will think twice.
Oh my god!
Shit.
He's below 21 and he's drinking alcohol.
Yeah, but I must have been about just 16, maybe. I can't. But,
no, you were nearly 17.
Was I nearly 17?
Yeah, because when I met you, you were 16.
Yeah, so I was just turning 17.
That was the end of the first
year
year we were filming together. Wasn't
yeah. But and like I don't eat a lot, and I didn't know, and it was like I drank like.
You don't eat much?
No, funny that, innit? You wouldn't think it. Like 5 or 6 pints of like hobgoblin. I went home like a madman, kicking doors off hinges, like fuck you, like fucking cooking shit in the oven and forgetting it was on. Like, look, very bad.
I miss getting like that sort of.
See, I don't.
Young drunk. The young drunk, man, it was so...
Yeah,
but I never got
smashed on the field.
I never got like that. I never got like smashed.
But that is weird though, because like when I like started clubbing, like when I was like 17, 18, and I used to have so much fun, and like you would go out and like, well, I must have done. Do you know what I mean? Because I used to be out like twice a week, and you just go out just drinking. Wouldn't get like
just like that
wouldn't
story
get blackout.
you told on the Mert and Gurg podcast, Rip. About that lady.
But I wouldn't get like blackout drunk, like, but I'd get tipsy to the point where it's fun. And now, if I go out clubbing now or something, like, because a good friend of mine's a DJ, and he's always every now and again, he's like, I'm playing at this club, and I go down, it hits 12 o'clock, I've had 2 pints, and I'm like, I want to fucking go home.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Fuck this.
Because you're not single.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe true. It's that. Because, I don't know. Maybe there's more of a goal when you're single.
When you're single, you're looking, or you're like.
Yeah, I don't know. But now
hungry
I hate it.
Like the wolf.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I want to be at home with Bethan, reading a book in front of the telly with a cup of tea.
I never enjoyed clubbing. I mean, I love a good rave, but a rave's a bit different to a club. Because a club, you go to a club and it's just like they're playing all those like pop songs. Like, I don't fucking know how it goes.
I used to like the disco, because the disco was playing all the oldies.
But that's just a shit. But
Dude,
you
being
go
in
to
a
a rave,
crowd full of 40-year-old like MILFs dancing to Dexy's Midnight Runners on like 79p vodka lemonade was the tits.
you go to
It
a
was
rave,
great.
go to a rave, and it's just like,
Come on, Ali.
Yeah, so good.
and it's just like,
I remember.
and then it's just like some big black dude is just like, hey, everybody having fun tonight, and then just start talking.
Killer Mike.
Then they start talking over the music.
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike was
We
there.
had a murder with
Wait,
her.
like every single like MC or whatever they call them at like a rave is just big black dude. Every single one, they're all Killer Mike.
I remember the club I used to go to. They used to take like you could go up and ask to make announcements, and they used to just make announcements, and you'd just be dancing and be like, "Congratulations to Kevin! It's his 18th birthday, and he has just lost his virginity." And you'd hear in the corner like, "Where's you, cunt?"
That's so cringe.
That's
You used to
you!
just go up and be like, "Can you do?
That's
can,
you, Kev."
can you do an announcement, please? Can you just?" And they would do it, and you'd just be like, "You fucking cunt."
That's you!
We used to do so much dumb shit.
What's the time on, Greg?
Fucking hell.
26.
26. So that's
Okay.
going to turn off in a minute, but we're all good.
We've got one last.
One last first
And it's
time.
the first time you got high. But I'm not going to say what drug it is. Just the first time that you got high off something that wasn't alcohol.
Well, Matt was there for mine.
Yeah.
I was round the.
You two need to get out more. It's all too...
I was
There's
round
peer
a.
pressure.
Yeah.
That's why I
all
remember
peer. So yeah, we were around like a friend's sister's house, I think.
Standard.
And yeah, well, some of my mates from like, because I just got into college, so college starts at like 16 when you're in England. I just got into college. I met some people. Yeah, some people I was hanging out with were like people I used to go to school with, and someone just had a bunch of weed, and then a bunch of other people have weed, and I was there, and I was like, I've never smoked before, guys. And they were just like, obviously, when people who smoke weed get around a person that wants to try smoking weed, they're all like,
Yeah.
oh, let's get in the way. So I'm there.
You're looking like some guinea pig.
I'm
Dude,
doing,
we're just
and
kept handing them weed.
I had like a
shotty
yeah. Well,
bottle.
first I was doing smoking joints, and I was like, oh man, this is actually pretty good because I was a smoker because I was smoking cigarettes. So I was pretty good at like token.
Yeah.
Like, holding.
Remember those
back on
shotty
shit.
bottle days
But
at like,
yeah,
school with
Yeah,
like
we
out of
got like
a Evian
fucking
bottle?
plastic bottle. Just cut a little hole, put the joint in. And
I think I made it for you. Actually.
Mate,
That little shotty. Hey, Greg,
but-
that is.
So the thing is that everybody they were just like chucking as much smoke in my lungs as they could because they all wanted me to wait in. I was just like,
Greg,
yeah.
that's the most I've ever like seen someone smoke weed. Not even the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel bad because
Greg was just a-
everyone gave so much weed to me,
Pro-
but they didn't get the whitey that they
He,
all wanted.
he probably smoked about a quarter.
I-
we were there for like 5 hours.
I was always good at like. I've just been.
Fucking
I'm just
hell,
good at.
mate.
People just kept handing him
I'm-
buds.
I'm just.
I am
I'm just
awful
really.
at
I'm just
smoking.
really good at smoking weed. I
I'm-
can just handle it.
I'm the two-toke kid.
Yeah,
Like
That's
3
good though,
tokes,
innit?
and I'm like,
that's good.
Yeah.
I think everyone gets like that. You just gotta keep smoking.
Yeah.
And because like after
Just keep
after
talking.
the first few smokes, you're like, yeah. But if you keep going, it doesn't get that much more intense.
See,
It
I
just
don't,
goes.
I don't do that shit, so it's like no information to me.
No,
No, it's not that. It's because I can't. Because I just would not. I couldn't.
The first time
I couldn't keep
got-
up with anybody, so it would be pointless. Do you know what
The
I mean?
first time I
Like,
got, like, I'd smoked
Never.
it before, but the first time I got fucking so high, I was like, okay, this is what it's all about. But it wasn't all about it. I was at school, and this kid, no, I was at college, and we went for break at like, there's some park somewhere. And he's just like, yo man, you want to smoke this with me? And I was like, alright, let's go. So I was smoking it like a cigarette. And at the time I used to be like, and we were just smoking on this bench, yeah. I think we must have had one between us at that point. And then we were walking back and I was like, it's about half a mile walk back to college. And I was like, how the fuck I got it? 'Cause I felt like I was out of my body and that my body... this is how I used to describe it, yeah. When I got stoned, I used to call it being bouldered.
Yeah, because you feel like a rock.
You're stoned, but you're fucking bouldered because you're fucking really baked. Anyway, I used to feel like the guy in Neverending Story made out of rock. I used to feel like that when I was baked.
That is a good way of describing how it feels to be really baked.
Can you get a picture up here, whoever's edited this, of who I'm talking about? But I felt like him, and we went back, and because I did film studies in college, we went back and we watched a movie. Like it was at the cinema.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect.
One of the best things about college was doing film studies, because I did it as an A-level, and I'd get baked at like sort of lunchtime, just go watch films. It was great.
It's good, isn't it?
Best subject.
Anyway, yeah, so I was like, oh mate, I was talking to my mate, he's sat next to me, I'm like, dude, I'm so thirsty, bro. And he was like, yeah man, just drink when you need to, yeah. I drank way too much, yeah, and then it was either a whitey or the fact that I drank so much, but I had to fucking... Have you ever had like vomit, like...
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna fucking get right now.
Yeah.
I managed to make it. I managed to hold it down. I just covered the toilet, and I was in there for about half hour just puking my nut off.
But fucking hell.
Yeah, it's good. Though.
I got way higher since.
Oh yeah. There was that one.
I think it was just a bit of a shock. Like, what's this?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because when the first time I got baked,
I find it hard to describe.
It just felt right at that time. The moment it was great. Obviously I don't smoke weed anymore because like it gives me migraines. But back then,
can I just point out that weed that I had was skunk. It was
skunk weed. Old skunk weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember also when I first got high, there was like a nearby shop.
Yeah.
And the experience of shopping, I'd say that the first time you go shopping high is better than the first time you get high.
I bet like the sweet aisle, like your mind.
The colours, all the colours of everything just feel better. Everything, and you're looking at all the food and you're just like, oh man. It was good. That was one of my favourite days. It was one of the best days of my life. It was a great day. I really enjoyed that.
You should try eating it.
What do you mean? Yeah, maybe. I might do in the future.
Anyway,
Have
guys,
you seen that girl on YouTube that does like videos on like edibles? Just like tutorials, but she takes edibles beforehand, and she's just like giggling like a.
Is she single?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, no. All my like. Mates at school were all smoking from like when we were like 14. Like one of them started, and then also, and I never really got involved. Not because like I was like, but it was like I just couldn't bothered. Like they were like, "Oh, do you want to sit up? Do you want to
definitely?
Do you want to? No, it's like, but do you want to go sit up the park till like 10 o'clock in the cold and smoke?" It's like, no, I'd rather be at home like playing PlayStation. But like,
yeah, but you could.
No, but I'm glad I
smoke till 10. Get
yeah,
home,
but I'm
play
glad I
PlayStation
didn't.
high.
I'm glad I didn't at the ripe old age of like 14. But they all ended up getting caught anyway in school.
Yeah, I would say if you are going to smoke weed, be over like 21 if you're going to start smoking weed.
I'd like dabble. Do you know what I mean? I had the old, very nice. But I remember the first time I got fucking like
dabbled.
Yeah, you know, like when the first time it hits you and you're like, oh, I see. Like how you. I was in a friend's car and he was smoking. He was like, "It's strong stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, you know, like for real." And then I'm just sort of sat there, and it's
rest
like
in peace of poo.
And then it was like,
oh yeah, he's dead now.
And you're like, oh wow. Fuck. And all I can remember is that I just kept forgetting where I was. Like, I'd be in the car and we'd, like, stop at a Tesco and then we'd go somewhere else and I'd, like, close my eyes and look out the window like, oh, it's alright, we're at Tesco. And I'd look out and be like, oh, no, we're not. And I just kept thinking I was in the last place that I was.
Did you ever...
I just kept forgetting where I was and just... I don't know about the boulder thing, but it was, like... It was just, like, no matter how fast I tried to move my limbs, it was, like... Like, I just couldn't move.
Mummy or ambulance.
Yeah, mummy or ambulance. I just kept forgetting where the fuck I was, and everyone's like, "You alright?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, Lewis, have you ever had this? It's called the missing person.
No, I remember you talking about this.
When you get high, there's like 4 of you the whole time, and you like for some reason you thought there was a 5th person.
No, I've never had that.
Write in the comments if you had that. Anyway, guys, that was 3 of our first times. That's going to be a lot more that we can do.
Yes,
on
we can
first
do way
times.
more first times. If you have any ideas of like first time you blah blah, if you got any suggestions, write them down in the comments or send them to us on Instagram.
It's all gonna be the first time you had sex.
Yeah, we obviously talk about that, so don't write the first time you had sex, because that's boring. Come up with something good. And
I was high.
The first time, there's going to be things like,
Cool.
when
I
was
was.
the
I was baked out
first
of my head.
time you took a poo?
Man, first time I took a poo, I was high. So it was.
Yeah, anyway, guys, we're going to get to the second topic now.
topic 2. Right.
Hello! Another easy one.
Do you want to move this way a tiny bit?
Stealing again from the Mert and Gurg podcast, RIP. Those are the best 5 or 6 episodes of all time.
Yeah, and write in the comments if you'd like the Threeskins to end and Mert and Gurg podcast to carry on, and I'll fuck off, and they can edit them on their own.
No, you still got that thing. Greg, you're out of shot.
Just sit back where you were, man.
Top 3 video games of all time.
Oh, fuck.
Your personal top 3. Mine has changed very recently, actually.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Well, it's changed twice very recently because I do not let nostalgia get in the way.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Because it's like, I think I could name games that I loved and I played the shit out of, but it's just nostalgia value. If I went back now and judged it, it would be like, this is a heap of shit.
How about this?
Yeah.
Top 3 PlayStation 4 games.
Top 3 PlayStation 4 games.
No, because I've hardly played any of them.
Alright, we'll just do our favourite our 3 favourite games that we can think of,
Okay.
whether it's anything, nostalgia value and all.
I'll name
whatever
you mine from 3, 2, and 1, and I'm doing more recent ones because nostalgia doesn't really do anything to me anymore. So the third one I'm going to say is Arkham Knight,
Okay.
the newest.
Are you
Batman.
doing them in order
Arkham.
of, like...
It's 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay, wow.
So from
I mean,
worst to best.
Yeah, Arkham Knight's
Best
a great game.
game. Incredible. I love the new Spider-Man, but the Batman game is better.
I think Batman games are better than the new Spider-Man game, easily. Yeah.
I think the thing with the new Spider-Man game is it's not like a phenomenal game. It's just...
It's fun.
It's a fun game, yeah.
It's fun.
Fun
Yeah.
game. Yeah, it's great.
My second one is going to be the new Red Dead,
Of course it is.
which we
Number 2 is Red Dead 2.
yeah,
Nice.
because for the longest time of my life, Red Dead. It was between Red Dead and Fallout 3 were my favourite. They were the top ones
Yeah, those were always your
for like a
favourites, weren't they?
decade. But Red Dead 2 is better than the first one, and it's
Obviously, they're 10 years apart.
It's also
Yeah, it's unfair.
well, we're all playing Red Dead at the moment.
Everyone's playing Red Dead.
See, the thing-
Spoilers.
No, don't say any Red Dead spoilers.
No, I'm not going to say any spoilers. I'm saying if you've never played Red Dead before, we're going to talk about stuff that might happen that we've played. Have you played the bit yet where you beat up the pinhead?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Pinhead?
Pinhead. And then
Dude,
you
there's
got-
like this circus,
Yeah.
like they say
Don't ruin
this
too much
circus
of it,
freak, and it's a little side mission.
You gotta chase a...
You got
Is that the show in Valentine?
no,
You gotta chase a dwarf as well.
you got to chase a dwarf around who's like
I need to find this.
throwing like magic powder.
Yeah, it's up in that
Nah.
the van
I haven't
something.
seen
It's like
it.
Van Horn Trading.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
been
it.
there yet? That place.
No.
It's
See, that's the thing. I'd like to put it on my list because so far I'm loving it, but I haven't finished it yet, and I don't think I've played quite enough of it to have it as one. But I can see it being one of my favorite games.
just the Western setting. It's
So good.
I love them so much because it just feels like there's so much freedom back then.
Do you know what I had this
Well, there
thought?
was, like, if you compare...
Yeah, I know.
You compare the life of a cowboy to life now. I mean, how fucking cool would it be if you could just fucking carry a gun?
That's what I was
Wouldn't
saying.
that be
You know,
cool?
like how Red Dead. I think the story is brilliant because it's not just like crazy outlaws. It's at the time period where the way that outlaws ruled the Wild West is sort of coming to an end, and like law enforcement and governors are trying to come in and sort of civilize up the world. But I think like if they were to ever make a Red Dead 3, it should be a completely separate story, and it should be like at the height of the Wild West. You know what I mean? Like when shit was mental. Do you know what I mean?
Down,
Yeah,
down,
like that.
down.
Oh, that'd be great. like when the outlaws ran the like.
Oh.
So all right,
You need to beat up the pinhead.
I'll
Best
go and
mission
beat up
in the
the
game.
pinhead.
Best mission in the game.
So number 3 was what was your number 3?
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Number 2 is Red Dead 2. What's your number 1?
Witcher 3. Perfection encapsulated in one disc.
Phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
I just couldn't get into it.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the sort of game I would love.
Because I thought you said on the Mountain Go podcast it was your favourite game as well.
That's
No,
good.
Greg said he could see why it's my favourite.
Oh.
It's my issue with the game. I don't think it's an issue. It's probably just why I can't get through it. It's just.
It's too much to learn at once.
Yeah.
It's too much to take in. It's like trying to start a new book.
But
That's the only bad thing I had with that game, is that if I left it for a month and I came back to it, I couldn't. I had to restart.
It felt very. I forgot what the word is for it. Like there's a lot of fluff. You know what I mean? Like I'll be doing I'll be walking down a street and then like someone's like, oh, can I talk to you quick? And then there's like 40 minutes of just, oh, hello there, and it's 40 minutes of them talking, and all I learnt from it is there's a demon down the well. And I'm just like...
Just like a book, though,
yeah, but I'm like...
It's immersive.
But like,
I like that. That's
imagine
what I
if
like.
you're talking to someone, you're not going to talk for 40 minutes about a fucking demon down that well. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, okay, yeah, okay.
Go just shitting on...
No, but all I'm saying is that...
It's the same thing in Red Dead 2.
That's a very small...
I think... No, that's my issue with Witcher 3 is it's too...
It's fair enough.
It's too good.
No, it's not. It's a great game, but it's too.
It is a masterpiece.
I can't wait for
Can't think of the right word for it.
The Cyberpunk game, which is by the same developers. Cannot fucking wait for that game.
Oh yeah, shitting hell, that looks good.
It's going to be the best game of the last generation.
I know the word bloated. It's too bloated.
Yeah, well, have you looked?
And the combat system is terrible. But apart from that, the game was
What?
great. Combat, it's one of the worst combat systems I've ever played.
No, it's only bad because you're shit at it.
No, I'm great at it. That's the problem. It's too easy.
We'll put the difficulty up.
It doesn't change the combat system. Combat system's easy. You just game it.
I had plenty of run-ins on like a hard difficulty when like you'd fight someone that
Greg is just...
I'm just saying, the combat system is
That's
trash.
Right.
It's when
Greg names his top 3, fucking all the Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh man, the Crash Bandicoot games are the best games ever made.
It's so bloated.
Well, yeah, obviously it's bloated because it's fucking like...
Hello, Crash. I take thing from you again.
Are they apricots that you're gonna
they're like mangoes.
They're like mangoes.
Right, what are your top 3 then?
I don't fucking know. I don't do lists like this in my head, so...
Well, just name a couple of your favourite games.
You have had 15
don't have to do it in a
minutes
particular
to think
order.
of it.
No, I've had 15 minutes of you talking. I can't think of it.
You have to do it in a particular order.
I don't know, like... I always like the first Mass Effect game, I guess. Because...
Bloated. So fucking
it's very bloated game.
So bloated.
It is.
Hello, man. Can you go to another space rock? and
Another space rock.
Find a pellet that will...
That's why Mass Effect's great, because it doesn't have
I don't
anything like
fucking
that.
know.
It doesn't have any fluff content, which is obviously it means it's nowhere near as long as Witcher is.
I preferred the second Mass Effect to the first one.
The second Mass Effect's just Gears of War. It's just Gears of War, but in a different skin.
No.
It is. It literally uses the exact same engine. So yeah.
Yeah, it probably does use the same engine, but it's not Gears of War.
No, but that's my point. The point is, it's like
Hey Greg, FIFA uses the same engine as Battlefield.
but it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. They both use Frostbite.
No, but as in like the same. That's not what I mean by engine. I don't need to sit here and discuss engines.
I switched off.
You're basically just talking
about
like third person stuff. Oh, here's another game I thought, actually. Dead Space 2 was one of my favourite games for a long time. Anyway, go on.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1. Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Republic.
Now, if we're talking fluff.
Number 2, not
If
number
we're
1.
talking fluff, that game has more fluff than a fucking guy with a massive fat head.
I don't
pillow.
think you know what I mean by fluff. Fluff is not to do with the main story. The fluff in Witcher 3 is nothing. Like every single time you're doing a main story quest, that's where the game's at its best. I'm talking about all the side content's fluffy. That's what I mean by fluff.
Oh, so they fill out.
I've never disagreed more with anything.
So you're talking.
It's your opinion,
No. Fluff is like what you're trying to say is like empty, but like
no, yeah, fluff is like empty content that they've added a lot of stuff to make it feel more
but it's
full than it
but
is.
it is more full.
It isn't. I've played Witcher 3. I know you disagree with me, but that's my experience with it. I played about.
I never had any point in that.
I played about 45 hours of it.
No, he hasn't.
You can go on my account right now and have a look if you want.
Yeah, you're the kind of person to like play 2 minutes of game, pause it, go upstairs, make some food.
That's you, not me.
Yeah, that's
you
me.
always leave.
Okay, yeah, go on. What's your next one? Knights of the Royal Republic 2 is your
Mass
favourite
Effect-
of all time.
Yeah, it's the best game I've made. It's just.
You got one more game.
I don't know. I don't really.
Crash Bandicoot.
Shadow Colossus. That's pretty good. You get climb up big shit, but that game's not like great. It's just got a good atmosphere. You know, like some games have a great atmosphere.
That's what it is. That's what Witcher is. That all the fluff that you say. That is the that makes.
Maybe it's because I don't. Yeah, but maybe
world.
that's it. Maybe I don't like the atmosphere it gives me because maybe it's just not to my taste. I mean, that's why I don't.
That's what I like about Red Dead 2 at the moment as well.
Maybe that's why
I
it
haven't had
seems
that in
like
a while.
fluff to me because I don't like the atmosphere or the setting. Because that's one thing I don't like about Witcher 3 is
Okay,
I think the whole fantasy setting is just boring. I don't like fantasy settings. It's just I've never liked fantasy. The only fantasy thing
coming from the only person I know who's read all 3 Lord of the Rings.
No, but
books.
that might be it. I think
I think you've outdone it.
I think
And-
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I can't.
and knows more about Star Wars.
And
than
we're
anyone
about
else
to
I
go-
ever know.
yeah,
we're-
but what I like about Star Wars is space.
We're about to do a
it's
fantasy.
fantasy,
We're about
Greg.
space.
we're about to do a fantasy D&D as well. Like
I would have done
Greg is
Cyberpunk if I
just
could.
chatting shit.
Well, do you know what?
In 2 months' time, he'll say complete opposite
I'm
on
not.
the podcast.
I just don't like fantasy
You
settings.
don't like fantasy.
No, I don't like typical fantasy settings where it's like, you know, dragons, demons, ogres, and stuff like that. It's just lame. It's been overdone.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and Lord of the Rings is an example.
You're completely wrong then because in Witcher 3 it's all Polish.
Yeah, I know, but
Things,
yeah.
and it's not necessarily what you would say. You know, like how things in Skyrim.
like yeah,
There's so much different stuff.
They do
in there.
add some cool stuff that changes it, definitely. But it's still at core. It has loads of that stuff in, and that's why I just don't like the fantasy sound of it. You can disagree with me as much as you want, but that's just how I feel about it.
I'm fine with you being wrong.
But I'm not wrong.
What did
You can't be wrong about things like
So
this.
you said Shadow of Colossus.
I don't know.
Knights of the Round
Like I said,
Republic.
I don't really have favourite games. There's good games and there's bad games.
Great.
the game I've heard you talk about the most is Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I love that game.
So all right, for the fucking benefit of anyone who's still listening, what 3 did you say?
I can't remember.
Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 1, and Shadow of Colossus. If not the Crash Bandicoot series.
I actually
You did just say
I
that,
actually
didn't
have legit never played the Crash Bandicoot games all the way through.
We
I played the first one
we
I
need
played
to
that.
get that new Crash Bandicoot game.
I've got it.
Let me borrow it. You can borrow any of my PlayStation games. I've got like 30.
I borrowed The Witcher 3. I've already got it, but I borrowed it.
God, what are yours then?
Right.
Can I guess?
I was trying to think about this now. All right.
Can I guess?
I'll let you guess. My number 3 is not a great game, but it's more like nostalgia-y. Can you guess what? I don't think you'll ever guess what it is.
Spyro.
No.
Croc.
No, it wasn't something.
Do you remember Croc?
It wasn't
Greg?
something I played when I was younger. It was something when I played like while I was at school, like probably between like 13 and 15.
I don't know. Fucking one of them Flash games.
It was Mafia 2.
I remember you spoke to
Mafia
me quite a lot
2.
about Mafia 2.
It wasn't a great game.
You've played it, haven't you, Greg? You completed it.
I didn't.
The fight-
If I did, then I didn't. It's probably such a trash game I didn't remember.
The fighting mechanics were shit. The driving was awful. The free roam esque of it was not great.
Greg
the map was tiny.
Greg has
but
completed Mafia 2. Just saying.
I completed that
I have
game.
no memory of that game.
I completed that game. I'm not joking. About 25 times, and it's the only game I've ever 100%ed. Ever.
That's annoying me, Greg.
I definitely never played that game. What
I
console
promise you-
What console was it on?
PlayStation 3.
We had it on Xbox 360.
I don't think we ever had that. Like even on disc.
We rented it.
Oh yeah, we might have rented it.
and you got like 800 gamer score on it. This is what I mean when people like when Greg is just shitting on everything. He doesn't remember. So he played 45 hours of Witcher 3 and he's giving this shit. Doesn't even remember fucking getting 800 gamer score on Mafia 2.
Yeah, but
never believe what Greg says.
In my defense, this is what, like a decade ago, and also it was a game I rented, and also probably wasn't that good if I don't remember it.
It wasn't that good, but
see,
it was just one of those things. It was because I like a narrative. I'm not like an online competitor gamer. I want a proper story narrative, and like Mafia 2 at the time, like I'd just seen Goodfellas. I was like obsessed with like, and that game, like, oh, you remember this mafia crime family, and it was just like, oh, fucking up the story. I loved it. The actual game was not great, but the story of it, I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It's the only game I 100%ed. Yeah, and that's why Mafia 3 was such a big disappointment. I didn't even buy it. So shit. It's a mafia game where you're not in the mafia. It's like, what's the point?
I don't understand people who like deter so far from like the origins of it. Anyway, what's another game?
I think my number 2, probably just from the sheer amount I played it, is probably Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Good shout. That's it.
I played
that's
the
definitely up there for me.
fucking shit out of that game.
I think that would be.
Christ.
I don't think that would be high up for me if it wasn't for mods. The mods changed that game into a different game.
Yeah.
I played obviously the original game and it was great.
Or for the fact
I don't
that
think
Greg,
I would have ever played it again if it wasn't.
Or for the fact that Greg really, really hates fantasy games, but he's played the shit out of Skyrim.
No, you, mate. I.
What's your first one then?
Love the
Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Witcher 3.
The Elder Scrolls lore is just incredible. You can't beat it.
That is true.
The cosmic lore and.
What you mean? You mean the fluff?
Oh, it's not fluff. Not in Elder Scrolls because it's interesting.
To you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I love Skyrim.
Why do you think when I'm talking about Witcher 3, I'm talking about it like it's some objective thing? I'm saying that's just how I feel about it.
I love Skyrim, but I think like the lore and the backstory of the stuff in The Witcher is way more interesting.
There's none of
I
it.
think
Right,
it is.
whoever's
It's
editing
brilliant.
this, rewind to when Greg said, I hate games full of fluff.
Yeah.
And I hate fantasy. And then he's talking about how he loves Skyrim.
I didn't say I love Skyrim.
The thing about The Witcher is, and I think why I liked it so much, is that aside from the fact that it's a phenomenal game, it was refreshing.
Yeah.
Because the value for money there, fuck me. I played that game for like 2 years. I still don't think I did everything. Like, the main story takes you forever.
Which girl did you go for?
What?
Which girl did you go for? First playthrough.
First playthrough, I think I tried it with both of them, and then it was like, because I couldn't make my mind up.
And then they both died.
Yeah, but no, I think I Yennefer. We did in the second one, but I played for that game loads.
It's Yennefer or Triss.
But it's just the value for money you get in The Witcher 3. If you're looking for a game where like that you want to invest some time and it's like you're not going to complete a main story in like 2 days, you want something. The Witcher 3 is the game for you. Fuck me. Like there's so much variation. Like you've got like the sort of like the wastelands where the bloody Baron is, and it's all sort of grim. And then you've got like
botchlings,
you know, the fancy city, and you've got the mountains, and then you've got the weird little Viking island, and it's like playing like 3 different games.
Yeah,
like you're like on this like Viking island. You're like, hang on a minute ago I was in like a swamp. Like it's so fucking good. And the DLCs as they made that are like 2 new stories, and they're like, it's like a whole story. I think I bought it for like £7. Like it was so refreshing to have a game with that much content. Oh fucking hell! It's
no, you
so
mean
good.
fluff.
Yeah, fluff.
All right then, guys.
Yeah, well, it is fluff. It is. I mean,
if you hate video games or you're not really that interested, I'm really sorry about that topic, but we had to get it out of the way because we're all really big gamers. But we don't have to do games. If you did,
right,
like
now that we've done that means we never have to. We can never talk about games in the start of the intro.
I think that's good. I think every time we mention video games in the "What have you been up to," you get a slap.
I think where I see it, where I see it is like this topic is as fluff as Witcher 3.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Your opinion's your opinion.
All right, guys.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put an Instagram thing out Knights of the Old Republic 2 versus The Witcher 3.
Oh, Witcher 3's gonna win, of course. Recency bias always wins. Always wins.
Recency bias?
Yeah,
That's not
put Witcher,
true.
put Witcher
No,
3 and
what
Red
about
Dead 2, and
what about-
Witcher 3 will get trash. Recency bias is a real thing. And
Oh yeah, but what about nostalgia bias?
that's true. But not
Okay, that's the end of that conversation.
but recency bias trumps it anyway.
Right, Greg, we need you to go and do the new thing that you're going to do. So we're going to come out of this. I'm not doing the news today. We're going to do...
No news today.
We're going to do... Greg, can you edit some sort of like...
I was just going to stand here and sit here and talk, but you want me to do something different.
No, but what I mean is like we're like an intro. Like
Yeah, we'll make
like
an intro.
Like talk, like the pale blue dot.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like that kind of music.
Chemistry, biology, dinosaurs, physics.
Okay, so we're not doing the news today.
No news and no cunt.
No news and
The
no
cunt's still
Agony
here,
Cunt.
but Agony Cunt, the
Yeah.
topic thing is...
Agony Cunt is retiring for a little while. She's going on holiday. But we have a news section. Not a news section. A news section, which I believe you've just watched the intro for, that we haven't made yet. Greg, run us through what you're doing here.
Today, I am going to discuss with everyone the evolution of the anus.
This is our news section, Gurg Sagan, where Greg researches some scientific phenomenons and questions that we all have about the universe in general.
Has anyone got a cup?
I did have one. I put it in the kitchen. What a can do?
Needs like a nice hole. Like
Okay.
something to represent an anus, really.
Well, I'll whip my trousers down if you want. Are you just downing a whole mug of cold coffee? Dude, you're a savage. Okay, there's your anus. And he's got a cup.
Right, so...
and it's full of brown shit.
Yeah. Okay, Gurg Sagan, run us through the evolution of the butthole.
So, the anus evolved about 600 million years ago. Back then, animal life was, pretty simple. Because this was probably about 700 million years ago was the last common ancestor between, like complex life like us and, like shitty life like jellyfish. So you had like the shitty little jelly boys are going off here, they're floating about.
Shitty little fucking jelly boys.
The thing is that jellyfish, they go through like life stages and I can't remember what the word is for it, but in their like baby stage they'd like attach to rocks and they could be like little things that look like the plants, like sort of like anemones, but they're not actually anemones. They're like called planulas or something like that.
They are enemies to me.
After that, they turn into like a little thing that floats around, and then that turns into a jellyfish. But they think that this tiny thing that floats about, which is sort of like plankton, is what like our ancestors were. That they were one of those sort of like floating around plankton, but they'd never turned into actual jellyfish again. So they just stayed like that for the rest of their life.
So we're sort of like deformed jellyfish.
Yeah. So anyway, that takes us to when we evolved bilateral symmetry. So obviously that means I got my left and I got my right. Jellyfish don't have that. They're like fucking round, like little round bitches. So another
I
thing,
fucking hate jellyfish.
Coincidentally, so is your butthole.
Yeah, when we evolved bilateral symmetry, when you got your sperm and your egg, a bit of like ancient animal fucking. I don't know how they used to fuck back then. Maybe that's another topic I'll have to learn about.
But they didn't have bum holes. So they could never do anal.
No, back then the original bilaterian would have had something like this, like flatworms do today. They would have a mouth and a stomach, but they would also shit out their mouths. So they'd eat, it would all get digested, and then they would.
Or like a bulimic.
Yeah, they eat it, digest it, and then it would come back out.
Oh right.
So what happened is
like a bulimic.
Yeah, and so a little bit later on in the evolution, they evolved the butthole. You see, and
like a bulimic or Piers Morgan.
So when they're like a little egg thing that's dividing and eventually turning into an actual animal, they create this first, the mouth, the original mouth, and then the butthole comes afterwards. So the mouth comes in, then the butthole comes in, and that's what we call a protostome, and that pretty much anything that's like an invertebrate nowadays, like an octopus and all that shit, still has that actual thing. The thing is that deuterostomes, which are what we are, changed a tiny bit. So instead of having a nice mouth and then growing a butthole, the mouth turned into a fucking butthole. We don't know why, but now the mouth thing that was the mouth turned into a butthole. And then
That definitely
then they created a
you.
mouth. So our mouths were buttholes. And our buttholes were mouths.
What? So like
Yeah.
Cartman?
Yeah, literally.
When did everything flip?
About 600 million years ago?
I thought you said that's when it started.
So yeah, that's
wait,
when
so
it would have happened.
You're telling me at first we used to eat
Yeah, at first we had no butthole. We'd eat and puke back up. Then we evolved a butthole, so we'd eat and then shit. And then for some reason, the butthole,
it flipped.
the mouth turned into a butthole.
Like the magnetic
it
poles just
flipped
flipped.
upside down.
So there
and
were-
we started eating. Well, we started shitting out our mouths.
So there were weird little gimpy jellyfish hoovering up food with their assholes and shooting it out their face.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Bro, I've seen some women on the internet and they do a bit of both of that.
I'll tell you what, and that is the evolution of the anus in humans. At least we have buttholes that were mouths and mouths that were buttholes.
Thank you, Gurg Sagan.
Pretty cool, huh?
That was a beautiful...
Nice bit of science.
I hope I've done that.
That
Was that a Greg talk?
Greg talk, yeah.
Greg talk.
That was
It's
beautiful.
interesting.
That is
I like
interesting.
If you have any other scientific conundrums or, things that you would like to hear the evolution of,
I have.
then
one.
write them in the comments or send them to us on Instagram, and Gurg
does
Sagan will
men-
get researching.
Why does men's have nipples?
When
It's a
men
good
have
one.
nipples. That's a good one.
That's the next
That can be
one.
the next one.
That can be
Okay,
the
we haven't got anything else. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all ready to roll.
Okay.
I'm not saying that we're low on ideas for things. We're
Yeah,
not.
these guys haven't come up with a new thing at the end.
I'm talking. Oh wait, I've got an idea for the end.
Oh, okay.
Map facts.
Or Fat Max.
Fat facts.
Fat facts. Ooh, fat
Fat facts.
Fat Facts is good.
Where I just find funny facts. Fat facts.
What about? Have you got any ideas you could do?
Groany.
Rat
Groany
101
rat
was a
facts.
good one. Rat 101.
Rat
101.
Rat 101. Gurg Sagan and Fat facts.
We
All
can
right.
do that.
Or Rat Sputin. That's a good one.
It's just cult news.
Today.
Okay. Right. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for listening again. Please make sure to check out all of our social media. It's all in the link in the description. Our tip jar is also there. We accept all donations with open arms, and you also receive a shout out on this podcast.
Oh,
if
can
you
I
do
give a shout
donate
out
us.
quickly as well to my friend Hard Look Collective. Link in the description. Go buy some of their stuff. It's very nice. Sorry,
Looks comfy. Right.
It is.
Lame.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, let's do a quick map fact so people can figure out what's coming.
Do you know what I was thinking would be good? You could get three. You could get two. You could say 3 facts at the end of every podcast, but you can make one up,
Yeah,
and we have to guess at the end of every podcast which one's the made up one.
I'm actually up for that if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Because finding 2 facts and then making one up isn't hard, is it?
Yeah, but I don't know.
You could do like a topic every like one's always about ghosts. Do you know what I mean? I love how I just put facts in with ghosts. I don't know
Okay,
why.
here you go.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't
They're
have to do
aligned.
like you'd have to do like 3 random facts. It could all be in sort of coalition with each other.
Here's a map fact.
Matt, fact.
You ready?
Go on.
Yeah, go for it.
The standard regulation golf ball has 36 dimples.
36.
That's more dimples than your mama's ass.
There you go, little fat fact.
That was a great fact. Brilliant. See you all later. If you want fat facts,
Fat facts!
we might start doing.
What's better, 30 something dimples and some shitty golf ball, or butt mouse?
We can do both. His would only take like 2 seconds. Right. See you later. Fucking hell. Goodbye.
That's Rat 101 there.
30,
Yeah, he's already annoyed.
He's already annoyed.
He's already annoyed.
Yeah. I hate golf.